of course, on the night that I was going to do nothing and not be on air, had a meeting tonight with the Christmas people, and then get monsoon season. And just watching radar right here on the TV in front of me, I get another little storm roll through here in about a half an hour. But after that, it looks like it's dying down. The biggest thing, what's up, Joe? Biggest thing I was going to say is be safe, be smart. The same system's going through the southern part of the state. Bedford, Heltonville's getting hammered. South of Bloomington's getting hammered. Flash flooding all over the place. Just watching radar. Just be wise out there. I don't know if any reports come in yet of flooded roads, but the roads that normally flood, they're probably going to be flooded tonight. That was a lot of rain we just got dumped on in a quick amount of time. So just be careful. I don't think there's any other severe weather associated with these. Maybe a rumble of thunder here or there. It's getting chilly out though too. It's in the 50s now. Mr. Wilson, how you doing? But the biggest thing is flash flooding. Watch where you drive. The same roads that flood every single time we get rain like this, they're going to be flooded. So if it's an area you go through that's normally flooded, take the alternative way home. Especially a flash flood. Flash flood is when you get a ton of rain like this in a short amount of time, and it's going to flood over the roads. South of Bedford, Heltonville's roads are closed down there. South of Bloomington, it's just pouring, and these storms aren't moving very fast. That's why. What's up, Carl? Hello, Londa. RMC unaffected. No outages right now to report at all, Brad. Appreciate you coming on. My go-to guy for RMC. So just got to be careful. Got to use your head. Every year, though, every year in the springtime, someone gets washed away. What's up, Danny? Like I said, there's another little storm if you look at the radar. Due west of us, and it looks like it could come our way. Hello, LaDonna. Hello, Dalton. So probably about another half an hour, we're going to get another little storm. I don't think it's going to be like the one that went through a minute ago. That was a pretty intense rain for about 5-10 minutes. But instantly got an alert that I'm tied into the Indiana Weather guys, Indiana Weather Network. We have a site set up, and Heltonville was getting road closures down there. And looking at the radar, it's just pouring, and it's not going anywhere. So if you're traveling south of Bloomington in that area, thank you, dear. She enjoyed it. They were all three avid readers when they were younger, and she's continuing that again, and she's already looking forward to it. Or the April show. So she had fun with that, and surprisingly, there was a lot of people interested in it. Excuse me, I kicked her the idea because she wanted to start a book club. I said, pick a night and do it once a month on air. And so, what's up, Logan? I don't know, she had 15 to 20 people most of the night for her first impromptu show. Hello, Tiffany. Hello, Shane. Tiffany, I was just telling them that getting reports from you guys flooding down in southern Indiana, and Zach was talking about flash floods all over. So just be careful. Well, for her, I think that it works for her. Nothing, just talking about the flash flooding and stuff, Shelley, for people to be careful. The storms are losing a lot of their punch. How you doing, Tiffany? Tiffany's a part of the Indiana Weather Network. She is a storm chaser, believe it or not. She was up here. What's up, Ben? So yeah, Logan enjoyed that, and she's going to continue that. $8 a month. That's a lot of books to read. I was going to suggest that she kicks it down to 4, but She's a reader. She's not cutting hair, she's reading. If she's not working part-time at the liquor store, what she does, she's reading. So hats off to her. I'm not a big reader, never was. And son of a gun, he did it again. Back on. Where is it flooding? Anywhere that normally floods during flash floods is my point. Maybe not the river or something like that, but she does. She works part-time at the liquor store down at Bloomington. She wanted a part-time gig, and on her way home, she lives actually south of Monroe, off Allens Creek Road, and on her way out of town from her salon, I know, and she Big Red was hiring. She walked in there and said, "I need a part-time job," and they said, "We need a part-time employee." Was it hailing when this last one went through too, Seth? I doubt you get the discounts. Kevin, will you? I don't. I don't see it, Carl. I don't see it. Thanks, Tiffany. She enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I'm wearing my muck boots in the garage, working on the motorcycle so much for this new storm drainage. I can't see it, Carl. I don't look for them to win anymore. I think this is fool's gold they're going through right now. What's up, Keaton? Emily James, hello. Keaton, is it raining in where's the city you're in? Doggone it. I know I was in bed. It was around sundown here, whatever time that was. Yeah, right when that first storm come through, it was pea size hell. But Donna, yes, porch cat with a travel ban. Keaton, did you initiate a travel ban? As a diehard Hoosier fan, I don't know if we would make the IHS exactly. Exactly. Same here, Logan. Keaton's getting in trouble for cussing. You can't say those words, Keaton. This is not Watch Cat. This is not Porch Cat. What's up, Nick? Oh, you guys are crazy. Hey, we're getting this thing where we're coming on in storms, and I want to tell you the other night when the tornadoes were bouncing around. What's up, Colton? We come on at 11:30 and we logged off at 2:30 a.m. And I found something out about this apparatus and what we do. A lot of folks don't like storms, and a lot of folks that are alone. Newport News. I'm sorry, Keaton. Oilers back-to-back Big Ten champs. Let's hope they can do something in the tournament. I'll get to that in a minute, Colton. If they don't get to the Final Four, shame on them. A lot of folks, when they're alone, especially panic during storms. And we had large numbers until 2:30 in the morning. And I felt pretty honored to be able to hang out with those people. I got a lot of text messages after, well until 3 o'clock in the morning that night. But just people being able to communicate back and forth. We stayed with the Terre Haute area because that's where the biggest storm was, and Cashion Cripshaw was there at Terre Haute, and she was nervous. She's from Martinsville. And everybody, hello, darling. Hello, David. What's up, CB? And everybody in her dorm was panicking because they were blowing the tornado sirens and everything. And we were just giving her an outlet to communicate with. And we had the radar up. And Kevin, were you nervous? I'm ready for a big storm. We've only had about 2 since we've been here. No, I'm done with storms, Keaton. I'm over them already. I saw that hell through my hockey skates. Inslee, she wanted to renew her vows, and that's freaking hilarious. It was awesome. LaDonia, you were on. That's funny, Seth. The joke is on the hockey skates. Logan's first show. Instantly, they started. They rate their books by spice level, and instantly. The spiciest book most of the people had read in the group thus far was about some hockey player and some gal, fictional, of course. But all the books were either hockey players or you rode a dragon. And unfortunately, I'm not a hockey player, and I'm all out of dragons. So, oh yeah, it was since yeah, exactly, Ladonna. It was crazy. But back to what I was saying, I find it interesting that a thing like this can be used as an avenue like that, and I'm honored to do that. And on storms like this was no big deal, but it's pouring down rain, and I thought, you know what, somebody's panicking out there. Let's go on for a minute and at least talk. Let them know it's going to be all right. Don't drive to the areas that normally flash flood. Usually get the weather from you guys about a day late. By the time it gets to us, it's just rain. Yeah, you don't get the big storms over there on the East Coast as much, Keaton. Especially tucked away in that bay right there. You can go get on that ship. Listen here. Single man in the chat. If you play hockey, ride a dragon, or have wings, you're collecting all the women. And he is not lying. There were single moms and married moms and single gals and everybody in that group, and every one of them to a person knew about the hockey player, knew about the dragon riders. And I was like, holy cow, 50 Shades of Ice Rink. So it's 10 p.m. Why are you out? There you go. There you go. What's up, punk? That's the key. Why go out in weather like this? And Brad's a former police officer. You only put people like that in harm's way because their job is to come save you. They have to get you out of the water, and you're putting yourself at risk and them at risk to get you out of position because you did something silly. Cancel your gym membership. It doesn't matter. Get your butt to a dragon and you're winning 100%. Or learn how to skate. I think, yeah, that shit's going nowhere, Keaton. Hello, Karma. So yeah, stay at home. Don't do some foolish stuff. Springtime's coming. We're gonna get our monsoon seasons like this, and the normal roads that flood during flash floods will flood. Anywhere near the river will flood. Don't go that way. Stay away from it. And if it's late like this, stay home. It was about 15, 20 minutes ago. There's another little one. I don't know if it's going to hold together by the time it gets here. They're all dissipating pretty much now, but they're not moving fast. Amen, Brad. My dad used to say that. I proved him wrong a couple of times, but majority of the time he was right. Stuff we can't discuss on air, but they're slow movers, Keaton, and they're heavy rain. And south of Bloomington towards Bedford down there, I think it's just rain for hours. Off topic, but our curfew's a real thing. I remember Mom saying it's legal. I don't think they do that anymore. That's what I tell my boys. Hey, from Texas, 80 and no rain today. Woohoo! We need a Kevin Weather show. Put up the radar. I could probably do that, but I'm not going to. It's what got us the two. Yeah, that 2008 was the slow move, or was it 6? Whenever the flood was, that thing sat over Martinsville for like an hour and dumped 12 inches of rain on us, and all hell broke loose after that. So that was a rough time. I still remember going down in my basement and seeing my window well. It was like Niagara Falls. And I was like, oh boy, my furnace. Luckily, it was elevated enough, and the pump was working. Oh, was it 08, David? I wasn't for sure. What's up, Jeff? Anyway, a lot of people use this during storms, this setup right here, to communicate and at least have somebody to talk to. Not everybody has somebody at home with them, whether they're other halves at work or away or whatever. And it just shocked me. And the coolest thing is I received several voicemails from an elderly gal the next day thanking me and us for what we did that night. And it's all you guys. Operation Noah's Ark, exactly, 2008. There you go. Were you still in, Carl? Hello, Stacy. So some good can come of social media, and this is part of it. Um, some people like storms. There's some people that don't. Mine's always asleep. He's the smart one. My wife is in bed reading a book, acting like I don't exist. So thank you for all being my thunder buddy. There's Bethany. My intentions were to ask her to be asleep before she got home, and I was in bed when the rain started and the storm started. Seth, she's probably reading about a hockey guy anyway. Less than 100 days left for me. Keaton, I know you're a short timer. Porch time is a great real-time accurate simulation of sometimes scary. Yes. Of sometimes scary time. Brad, that is 100% true, buddy. No, that was the mission they put us in, was the orders of Operation Noah's Ark. Spent 4 weeks in orders bagging sandbags and helping evacuate and clean up. Well, we about had Noah's Ark tonight, but it's fading quick now as it's gotten east of us. It's really fizzled out, but it poured. Beth, you had to drive through that, or almost. Anyway, I didn't want to stay on long. I want to go to bed. I'm tired, and I know most of you guys are too. What time is it? About 10 o'clock, 10:30, 10 o'clock. But I wanted to pop on here because I know from the other night, when I could keep a crowd until 2:30, and just back and forth, people were talking. The one little gal in Terre Haute, she was scared to death. We zoomed in. I had a picture of the state I pulled up and made a scene of it, and I zoomed in on her complex in Terre Haute, and we were the wet t-shirt contest on East Jackson. Oh boy, we could go live for that. Hello, Tina. We zoomed in and kept telling her, you got about 5 more minutes and it's over. You're all right. And she stayed with us the entire night till 2:30 in the morning. Then we got up and did coffee with Kevin at 6:30, which was good times. My coffee crew, Seth and company. Who goes first overall in the NFL draft? Who do you think? I got to address it. Hello, Taylor. Let me talk about Purdue. If they don't win it all this year, they'll never do it. They should win it. They should get to the Final Four. Anything less than a Final Four, you guys have to be completely disappointed, and Painter would have to walk. That's how much vested they are this year in this. They have to win it. There's no reason they shouldn't. IU, I don't see them making the NIT. I don't see them winning maybe one more game. If they do, kudos to them. But from what I understand, Quinn Buckner is the only reason Woodson is still there to this day. I don't get it. He's a great guy. He was a great coach. He was my dad's favorite player at IU. But he's trying to run a pro offense in a college team, and it's not working. And he's trying to run a pro program in a college team, and it's not working. Pro, you can at the end of the game, you can get back in your Mercedes or BMW and drive off and forget about it. College, you can't do that. It's 24/7, 7 days a week, 365. Keaton, I hope they do, but I don't see it. They're undisciplined. They're not well coached. His substitution patterns are erratic at best. He has a fiery point guard that doesn't always keep his head in the game. They have nobody that can shoot. Let's not forget they beat Maryland. Maryland's the worst shooting three-point team in the Big Ten. Overrated. I don't follow the NFL, but I've seen enough of the TikToks, and being the former Bears fan that I am, I think they're foolish. I would keep Justin Fields myself. Doesn't play Banks at all. No. His substitution patterns are erratic. I would keep Fields and trade that pick and get a king's ransom for it. And secure everything else around Fields. Because in 3 years, if Fields isn't it, you still have a solid foundation. Like the Colts did some up with Peyton Manning. They had a solid foundation around him. Where his rookie year, he took his lumps, but his next year, he really came out. And then they added pieces as they went forward. That's what I would do. But I'm not an NFL coach, nor would I want to be. But I would keep Justin Fields. He's a decent quarterback. Put some talent around him. Give him a decent offensive line. Get him another weapon or two and see what happens. The NFL is so, I don't know. There's only 2, 3 teams right now that can win it, and they're not going to stay that way forever. Kansas City's going to eventually fade. The Niners are probably the second best team in the league, and then Houston's up and coming. Jacksonville's there. We're in a very tough division. Going to jump off of Kevin Dude tomorrow. Keaton, have a good night. Be safe, buddy. God bless you. Love you. We'll see you in 100 days. I'm not going to be on much longer. I'm going to put my onesie on and go to bed. The coffee with Kevin comes early, especially when it comes stumbling through that door at 6 o'clock, and do like I did yesterday morning and start my coffee with no cup. 94 days. No cup where the coffee comes out. Bobby Boucher, very underrated. There you go. Hello, Allie. Oh, well. I think we're in the clear. Be safe. If you're driving south, it's flooding down there. It's flash flooding down there big time. So that last thing I looked at before I come in here off our little thing Zach has. We got a group. So don't drive on areas that typically flood during flash flooding. This is not river flooding. This is flash flooding. There's a difference. You know, Joe, we may move it back a half an hour in the summer. Gets me out of here about 10 till 7 and gets me at work at 10 till 8 and gets me home sooner. I got to put 8 or 9 hours in every day. It doesn't matter exactly when I get there. But ready for the Tim Corio. I know it, Brad. Let's talk about Caleb's going to be there. I think Kristen and Lori's going to be there. He sucked at golf. He hated it. But every time you start, I'm sorry, Joe. Maybe we can kick it back. But he was a big part of this. I was not going to move forward with doing this without his approval because I didn't want to jeopardize his position as in law enforcement by doing something like this. And you have to be careful what you say on here. I knew a lot of things that were going on in the city and in the county that I got from him that I just would not share. And no matter who asked me, because I didn't want to put him in jeopardy. And his first words were like, let's go, let's do it. And I remember that night, him and Ramey, well, it was me and Ramey for most of the night, and he'd come down there, put this together. But he is the one that initiated the bake sales. When Matt Stout died, we were all in studio, all of us were teared up, and we weren't on air, just talking about it. And he said, let's do a bake sale for him and go live with it. And thus, $400,000 later in 5 years, something that he created on the spot and worked. He's a major part of this group and always will be. And so to honor him, we thought, you know what, why don't we give a scholarship through our golf outing to law enforcement too, and also in communication. Then we can change the name to the Deputy Tim Coryell Porch Time Golf Outing. There we have it. And I appreciate all the law enforcement people and former law enforcement people jumping on board and getting a team in. Nothing but respect for you guys. I know across the country, sometimes they get the bad rap. And like every occupation, you're going to have a bad apple. But they play that one bad apple over and over and over and over again when there's 98 to 99% of them. Remember, they're the ones that run towards the fire. They're the ones that, there's damn few people when you wake up in the morning you have to worry about, will I make it home tonight in the job that you do. That's an everyday thing for them. So hats off to them. To think that you still go to the football games. Yes, we still announce them. We did all the home games last year. We did one away game. It's tough on the away games. That was something Timmy was part of. Buddy, he would call me at 2:30 on a Friday night on an away game. Come on. Get out of work. Let's go. I want to load up and go. And all right, give me half an hour and I'm heading out of here. It's hard to get out of work and get somewhere and get set up A lot of times they don't want you there. They can't stop you because you're media, so to speak. But they're like, hey, you can stand in that corner and look over the top of this. And we're like, we'll just sit on the field. How about that? We have as much fun being down on the field announcing games as we did in the booth. It's a little chilly and maybe wet a few times, but it's we just have fun with it. Corey and I do, and we bring it to you guys the only way we know how. Good evening, Pam from Illinois. Where are you at in Illinois? There's no rain on the radar that I see, and it's about half the state. Effingham up north. So your weather's good tonight. We had some torrential rains here this evening. But anyway, looking forward to the golf outing. Get a team in. We got our main sponsors, Romeoville. I do not know where Romeoville's at. Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Our main sponsors, Nexus Lexus is one of them. Greg Hubler Chevrolet is one of them. I think they're the title sponsor. Foxcliff Golf Course is one of them, or Golf Club's one of them. And I forget the other one. I'll mess that up. I'm messing them up now and I'll get in trouble for that. But I think those are the big three, and can't tell them thank you enough. We will wear their names out on air that day and leading up to. So we need sponsors and team. We need whole sponsors now and teams. Doug said he'd get us 36 cards for enough for 36 teams. By God, we're going to get him 36 teams. And we're going to have a heck of a time and have a good day, either Saturday, and it won't rain. And if it does, rain delay Sunday. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Robert. And we're going to have a good time. It's always a good time. We've had a good time every year we do it. And we have an excellent crew that comes. All you guys that show up are just fabulous. I think we've had a hole-in-one 2 of the 3 years we've done it. Hello, Sal. So, hello, Robert. How you doing, sir? Just popped on here about the weather. Just telling people, remind them to stay safe. Don't go in flash flood areas. 4 man, 1 set of clubs, 6 beers, game on. That's how it normally goes. Maybe a little more. And it grows every year. More folks show up, and we do more. We learn more. I think the first year we did it, I think Bethany was about ready to jump out of her skin. But we learned a lot. And the second year, we was out of Foxcliff. First year was Bluff Creek, then we went at Foxcliff. It's our 3rd year. Second or 3rd year. I don't know. But we have a ball with it. And Joe Clendenin's team won it last year, despite Joe signing up, couldn't make it, and brought in some 3 handicap golfer or something. And he went out there and tore the course up, and his team wins a trophy. I told Joe he is to be there this year to defend his team's honor, and let's see what they're made of. The year before, it was a team Mike McGill brought up from Jasper, and I stayed with him for about 5 holes. Sloppy scorekeeping. That's all right. That's part of it. I stayed with him for about 5 holes, and they had the perfect team. They had a big, tall guy who could drive the ball about 400 yards. They had a short guy that didn't miss a putt inside of 20 feet. And I was like, holy cow, eagle, birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie, birdie. And I was like, okay, I'm going back to the clubhouse. I've seen enough. What's up, Seth? Anyway, that's coming up into April. We got the eclipse coming up at the start of April. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, 6:30. What is tomorrow? Wednesday night? I think I have Gabby Grubb in here tomorrow night. 4-time. I'll be there this year, but we will not be on the podium this year. Excuses. When you don't bring the ringer in, you're not going to win. I hear you, Joe. Gabby Grubb, 4-time state champion qualifier, or state qualifier. Hello, Levi. Hello, Shelly. Looking forward to talking to that young lady. Absolute joy to be around her, and to think the accomplishment of her going to state finals 4 times in gymnastics is incredible. Can't wait to talk to her. Should be a fun show tomorrow evening. Tune in, 7 o'clock. Levi, I got to get you guys in here for our annual porch time debacle known as the picking the teams. No, I did not, Seth. We had a Christmas meeting. I was here. We were probably having a meeting. It's 10 o'clock. I probably didn't walk out of here until a little bit after 9, and then was back in here a little bit before 10. We had a Christmas meeting. I know it's only March, but we have to organize this stuff months in advance to make it happen, to get everything in place, or it doesn't happen. Because you order whatever you want to order, skating rink, Christmas trees, gingerbread houses, whatever you want to order, you have to do so months in advance or it's gone and you don't get it. And you can get it maybe, but it's 3 times the price at that point in time. So lots of stuff coming for the Christmas event. It's going to be amazing this year coming up if we can pull off what we're trying to do. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Love you guys. I'll be back on 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 to 7:20. The best 50 hours of the minutes of the day, 50 hours, 50 minutes of the day. Tune in and listen to the Coffee Club, where you got Seth and Trent and others that are way too belligerent at 6:30 in the morning. But we have fun with it. Love you guys. Be safe. Be smart. Stay home. Tiffany, good night, dear. We will see you soon. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning.